Welcome to my favorite day of the week, Thursday, where we come live to you in the living room on your couch. Hope you guys have got your beverages ready, you've got your dinner ready, and you are sitting comfortably on your couch, on your bed, or even in a shower, right? It's acceptable, but just don't go live on the shower. Welcome to everyone that's in the room. Arfilo Fifi, welcome. Mo Treats, guys, that's our sponsor. That's one of the brands that believed in us before we even went live. So, welcome Mo Treats. Let's see who else is here. Let me see. Sorry, my eyes are bad. Zakhele Ndlovu, hello. Oh, Lungile, thank you so much. Oh, guys, I'm in my TBSW drip, the Dugs. So I've got Grumpy the Dug, the Moody Dug, the Hungry Dug, but we'll share more information on our merch at a later stage. But right now, let's see who's in the house. Mzaiya, welcome, brother. I'm seeing...
Hey, Lisa. This is Shenanigans.
Yes.
What's up, my peeps?
Hi, Lisa. Yes, hi. So for those who were with us last week, you remember that we don't talk little things here. We are serious about everything we talk about. We are here to give information, to share information, and to hear from you. And today, it's part 2 of last week's topic, which is periods, hormones, and the body havoc that it causes on our body. So today, we are digging in deeper, and I hope you will be comfortable to join with us. You'll be comfortable to interact with us, especially because we've got 2 amazing guests who will be joining us today. But let me start here. My name is Thatohatsi Tlokweng, and I am your host for the podcast, but I am not here alone. I am never alone. I am here with Sir Shenanigans.
Hello, peeps. What's up? What's up? We got this.
So, as you know, this is a show, this is a platform for everything related to the things that we were never told about our bodies, about the changes that happened in our bodies the older we grow. But today, this stops, right? Today, we are having that conversations that people don't want to have. People are hiding behind. But while we let everyone join in, let me see. Hi Masekho, welcome girl. Grootman, welcome, nice to see you.
Hey guys, I'm not happy. But hey, let me not take the spotlight, yeah?
What is the score? Wait, what's the score?
Last time I checked it was 1-0. This Cheers was winning. Leading, but hey, we have hope. We got this.
Look, it's a national country. Unfortunately, we've got to support even though we don't believe, but...
No, we believe. As much as we believe in TBSW. Yes. Yes.
Okay, look, I'm not going to get into the argument of soccer because, first of all, I'm actually not even a soccer fan. So I don't want to hurt people's feelings about things that I don't know. Yes, Lou, please sir, don't hurt yourself. With hope.
I'll try.
Lou, welcome. And
thank you for following.
Thank you for following us. Yes, guys, please remember to obviously send as many hearts as you can. Don't forget to share the link with your family, your sisters, your mothers. And don't forget to follow us. Let's grow this family. Let's grow this platform because we are here for you. You are here for us. We are having the conversations that no one wanted to have. So, should we begin, sir? Should we go right? Yes. So last week we cracked open the door to the issues relating to periods, to hormones, to the havoc. And we touched on things that are relating to when was your first periods, you know, the experiences that the body experiences that you had, the changes that came with that. Were you prepared? Did you have enough information when you were growing up? We also touched on the myths that we grew up believing. Things like period blood is dirty. Things like you cannot go swim while you're on your periods. There's a lot that we touched on last week, but today I want us to dig in deeper. And when I say dig in deeper, I want us to talk about the things that we hardly talk about. We only talk about them when we go see a doctor. And most of the time, by that time, the things it's already late because we were not informed that this is not normal. This type of period is not normal. So the only time we get to actually have the conversation is when we get to go to our doctors. And those things, I'm talking about PCOS. I'm talking about fibroids. I'm talking about cysts. I'm talking about heavy bleeding that people still think it's normal. There is heavy bleeding and there is an abnormal heavy bleeding. But how can you tell if you don't have the conversation with the other woman so that you can get advice that it's not normal? Then you need to go see a doctor. You don't need to wait until you're sick. If it's something that is suspiciously off, you need to listen to your body and go see a doctor. So as I said, today we're talking PCOS, we're talking endometriosis, we're talking fibroids, we're talking cysts, we're talking heavy bleeding. And with the guests that are coming through just now that you will meet, fantastic women, fantastic, beautiful mothers, beautiful women that are going through different phases of their lives. These are two women that are different in their ages, different in where they are in their life, but the suffering is the same. The suffering is common. The suffering is there and it's been there for years. And, it's time for us to sit up and listen to these women and listen to what they've gone through and listen to what they are going through and how they got to the stage of knowing exactly what is wrong with them. So I'll take just a few moments just to welcome the people that are coming in. I see we've got Sweetie. Hello, Sweetie. We've got Lipodama MC. I'm sorry if I called your name wrong. You will forgive me. Carlo 169, welcome. Mpusi, welcome. Let's see, who else do we have? Dumi, welcome as well. Thank you very much to those that have been with us since episode 1. And I'd like to welcome the new members in the group. Please send us some hearts. Let us know where you are watching from. Yes, we'd like to know how far is our podcast reaching. We'd really like to know that. But before I introduce my special guests, I'd like to take this moment and thank our sponsors. These are the people that gave us a chance. These are the people that loved the idea when we pitched it to them. And these are the people that are riding this wave with us. So the first brand I'd like to thank is Mo Treats Mobile Spa. Guys, okay, I booked.
Don't get emotional.
No, I'm not getting emotional. I booked through them. And can I get some applause, please? Because they are outstanding. So I booked through them. Everything was done in one call. They came to where I was on vacation, and me and my partner, we got the best service ever. Guys, they come to wherever you are. They prepare the room, mood lights, sounds, everything, and they give your body the attention it needs. By the time I was done there, I was ready to pass out. I'm still I'm still having the effects of it because all my muscles are loose. Everything is loose. So book yourself some treats by calling Mo Treats Mobile Spa. Sorry, I'll get that properly.
Mo Treats Mobile Spa.
Yes, Mo Treats Mobile Spa. You can find them on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook as well. But we will share their details at a later, after this show. We'll put the links on our bio so that you guys can follow them. And our next sponsor,
She's there.
I'm there, I'm
You can't
draped
say
right. So our accessories are beautifully sponsored by Regalia Style. They adorn you with every little trinket you can think of. You could be a hip hop girl like me or sophisticated, whichever way you feel. They have a range of jewelry to suit every moment you have. So to get yourself a nice piece or two or three, don't forget to check them out on Regalia Style. They're also on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Facebook. And you can also find them online. Get yourself something nice, something beautiful, something unique, and feel like royalty. I am going to, thank you. I'm going to invite my guests in. Let's do that.
Joining in, inviting guests over. Last week, I genuinely learned a thing or two, and for a man, it becomes a learning curve and an experience. In that way, you then learn how to behave and then how to treat women when they are in that situation. Also, it then gives single dads the knowledge on how to deal with periods, and what to do, where to go, and who to talk to, all of those things. And yeah, we learn as we go. And nobody, unfortunately, told us that, hey, this adulthood is a scam.
You see, guys, this show is not only around women. Men, fathers, learn, because you guys are surrounded by women 24/7, whether it's your kids at home, your spouse, your girlfriend that you meet, but the fact is you are surrounded by women. And you know, it's time that we start learning how to treat these things. Periods are not just a pain. They're not just a phase that we go through. It's an everyday thing. So hearing a man, a father, boldly say, I learned something. For us, it means...
Hello, Sleazy Way. Sorry.
Hi, Sleazy. Senamile, happy to be all. We're happy to have you. Baba Lomoela. Hey, Hein. Oh, man, it's so beautiful having all of you guys here to join us. Don't forget to share our link to follow us. Let's have this conversation. So let me get right onto it. So my first guest, she's passionate. She is a wonderful mother. She is an amazing woman. She is an amazing wife. She carries her heart on her sleeve. And I could write a book about her, but it might take forever. But please help me welcome Lungile into the chat.
Where are my claps? I want to hear, yeah.
Mr. Shenanigan is not doing the things. Come, Mr. Shenanigan, we want the vibe.
Clock it. Hey, babes, how are you?
I'm good. Oh, it's nice to have you.
I love the hip hop look.
Hey, right? A boy mom has got to match the...
Exactly.
Thank you for joining us, Mahan. Let me also welcome, this next lady has become my little sis, in a way. She is also an amazing woman, very shy, an introvert, but amazing. Always bubbly, always, you know. I could also write a long book about her, but I'd leave it for another day. She is a sister I stole from my bestie. So my bestie will forgive me, but I stole your sister. So hey. Hi, Slee.
Hello, everybody. How are we?
Hello, baby. I'm good. How are you doing?
You just absolutely made me blush right now.
Oh, and I know, coming from you, you did blush. Coming from you, I know.
I was having little giggles.
You know what? I'm actually gonna go a step ahead further. I'm going to invite someone in. She is going to be our residential mentorship or a guide. She is a personal guidance. She offers personal guidance. She offers personal training. So I'd like her to join us because I can see she's already on to the live. I'd like her to join us and, engage in the conversation because it's related to our bodies, right? Nolly, hi Nolly.
Hi, Tats, how are you?
I'm good, and you, babe? How are you doing?
Good, you look so youthful and so great.
Oh yes, we haven't seen each other for ages. I know it looked
Yeah.
different. Oh, thank you so much for joining us. And I think this is the platform that we actually really do need a word from you. Just listening to the two guests that are going to be speaking right now, I'd like you to also get involved and share what you can share.
All right, I'll listen in and then.
Please tell us a little bit more about you and everything that's going on around this topic of today.
Hi. So, okay, about me, we've done that before. So for time's sakes, I just want to say that I'm someone who went through, the painful experience of endometriosis. And I mean, when I spoke to you and we spoke about it, I felt that it's important for me to tell my story as well, because there might be someone going through it who doesn't know what to do or where to start, or even doesn't even know that they actually have endometriosis. So today is just about that.
So when were you diagnosed?
I was actually only diagnosed in 2018. However, it started around after my second baby in 2013.
Do you understand? That is a very long time to be suffering with something and not having an idea on what's happening with your body. But what are the symptoms that you went through? Yeah.
Okay, so I think the ones that I really remember strongly were the heavy bleeding. That's when you have to change your pad more often. And because it's an open space, I'll mention the fact that the clots were thick, very thick clots.
Liver, like it's when you go buy liver at the butcher.
Yeah, it's mean. Yes. Exactly. You see it all the time, but you still cringe.
He's cringing like nobody. Oh, please, I hope we didn't get
Yes. We said we have to be open, we have to be raw, and people need to see. The pain was quite dilapidating. It's not the type of period pain where and you go to work and and it happens before the periods, it will happen during the period. So it's quite a random pain that you can't plan for. So those are, I think, the very important things that I remember about it, but it was really painful experience.
Before you got to the diagnosis, what were you, obviously because we've went a couple of times to the doctor to get it checked out, right? What was their response to the pains that
with endometriosis, because it cannot be diagnosed just by symptoms, it took a while for the diagnosis. They ended up only diagnosing me after doing a laparoscopy. So it's a very small surgery kind of thing with the camera. Yes. But prior to that, it was fibroids I was diagnosed with. Hormone medication I was given that went down. Then it was cysts. And then I actually fell pregnant. A lot of women who have endometriosis unfortunately don't.
You are very, very lucky because from fibroids to cysts.
I had cysts sometimes the size of a golf ball in my
melon. I have cysts the size of a grapefruit, but it shrinks. When I'm not on my cycle, it shrinks, but when I'm closer to my cycle, it grows, and then you get that belly as if you're pregnant. And
yes. Are you using any hormone tablets for that?
I am on some I'm not on hormone therapy medication, but I'm on a medication that helps with not fixing, but making the hormones side effects livable with or bearable, to say the least. I'm not yet ready to go. I've read a lot of things. I'm not yet ready, but I know at some point I need to.
And that's okay.
Look, everyone needs to choose the right path for them.
Exactly.
The reason why I haven't is that my cyst, it grows and shrinks and all of that. So for the longest of time,
you can still live.
Yes, I can still live. But when it comes, I can't even move my head. I can't even move. I can't do anything.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for sharing, everything that you went through, because you are actually the face of all the struggles that we go through. You've gone through fibroids, cysts, all of that, but you were still able to conceive. That is amazing. But thank you so much.
Can I have ask you, Nelly, sorry, is there any advice that you would give to any woman that might be watching right now, that might be undergoing the same thing, who didn't know, or who do not know that this is the endometriosis, and this is what I'm going through? Is there any light that you can share to those who might need it?
I think what's very important is to not take things lightly, because what we usually say is that it's normal to have a heavy period. Not every woman are the same. So every time you see that, no, this is not as it used to be, the first thing to do is to consult with your gynae, because some things you won't see with your eye. And leaving them for too long because at the end of the day, by the time it was 2018, this was now after I had had my first son. That's when we did they called it ablation. But by that time, I had tissue under my uterus. I had tissue by my fallopian tubes. And the surgery I had to do, which is called the ablation, is where they had to burn that lining. So they had to burn that lining. They had to burn by my tubes. So if we had picked it up earlier, probably, I'm not saying it was, but probably it could have been less excessive, the procedure that I had to go through. So it's very important to pick it up. Don't take it lightly. Go to the gynae, check it out.
Look, I'd even go further. Any low thing that's off, it does not only affect the periods or anything that feels off, definitely is off. Your body will not lie to you. Your body will not lie to you. And if you go to a medical practitioner and they say, because I've gone a couple of times with the periods, everything, and then I was told that I'm under a lot of stress, because that seems to be a go-to for a lot of doctors to say, no, go get a second opinion, because you've gone through a lot. Having your uterus burned, guys, it's not a small thing. It's a traumatic thing to a body. And then you come back, and unfortunately, some of these things, they do come back, like fibroids. You can get them removed, burned, and everything, cyst and everything. They have a chance of coming back. So go get diagnosed so that you know how to deal with it, so that when it happens again, God forbid, you already know the sign. But thank you so much, Han, for sharing. I'm going to go. Thank you.
I think we need to, if by any chance we have a gynecologist or a specialist,
we do.
Can we kindly somebody just chip in and say,
yes,
as much as we do not have the medical expertise to share, but we are sharing this information based on the researches that we have conducted. So yes, if you are a gynae, a medical expert in this field, chip in and join in. We'd love to have you.
Great idea, sir.
Yes. And you know that 1 in every 10 women has got these things, and they still go undiagnosed.
All right.
1 in 10 women are going through PCOS, are going through endometriosis, are going through, and they keep being told that no, heavy bleeding, especially the older you grow, or especially if you've had kids, it's normal. There is nothing normal about your body losing an excess of blood and you having big clots that are chunky. But anyway, let's go to Sliziwe. Hi, Sli.
Hello, beautiful people.
Hi.
Loving the glow. I've been admiring you the entire time you're speaking. The look.
Don't make me blush on camera. Don't make me blush on camera. But thank you so much, Han.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
Sorry, Slee. I'm sorry to cut you in, but just want to know, as much as the gynaes are in there, do women still go for pap smears? Is it when you get to establish all these things, these sicknesses, and whatsoever?
Look,
Let me not call them sicknesses,
yes.
but hey,
So from as far as I know, I'd like to think a lot of women are still scheduling their yearly pap smear, especially after the age of 35. It needs to be a yearly thing, and unfortunately, you can't diagnose a lot of these things via pap smear. Pap smear is only for the for the cervix, right? It does not diagnose anything that's happening with your fallopian tubes. It does not see anything that's happening with the ovaries. So you would have to literally go in and ask the doctor for those specific things. So yes, women still go through pap smear, but unfortunately, it does not diagnose some of these things.
all right.
Lee, sorry, we cut you off. You can go ahead and
It's so good. Actually, just to piggyback off what Mr. Shenanigans just said, with me, how I found out my fibroids, they had already grown. So obviously, I'm talking from my own personal experience. This is something that happened in the thick of COVID. So to go back to the question, where do we as women go to the gynaes? To be realistic, not every one of us can afford a gynecologist because they're quite expensive. You need medical aid. Some people just don't have it. So you might find that the issue would have already grown before you actually pick it up what it is. So to give you a heads up for me, what you said, where women over 30 years old, that's when it's recommended. So the first time I went for my pap smear, they didn't pick up anything. Everything in my uterus was normal. Whatever was there needed to be there. The glands that needed to be the juices. This is a safe space, guys. We are going to be speaking medical terms, especially of the female body. So you might hear some words. Please do allow it. It's a safe space. And then,
sorry, touching on the fact of the affordability part is that even if you go to a clinic, you can get a date after 3 to 6 months.
exactly.
Okay, and when you get there, you're lost.
Even longer, depending where you are, which province you are, the healthcare facility, the backlog as well. And so when I was 30, they didn't find anything. And then a few years later, how my fibroids were, I've come to realize I have them is, I'm quite a touchy-feely person. So I was with my little sister, who isn't quite as touchy-feely as me. I would lie down on my belly and it would literally hurt. I would not be able to. And then she started saying that one of I think it was my left side of my belly, had a bulge. So my belly was uneven. There was something popping there. So I just thought I'm just growing fat. I'm an eater. Everyone knows that I love food. And there's literally a bulge. That's when I found out. And then my sister was like, nah, something is wrong. And to go back to the heavy bleeding, I've always been someone, since I started my period as a teen, I've always been a heavy bleeder. Back then it was 7 days. All the moods you can get, I would literally be booked off at school. My mom would either come fetch me because you needed to a permission slip to go out of school. Now, this is now when I was still at school, like a teenager. For me, it was not alarming because one, my mom also had the same thing. She told me that when she was my age, she had very heavy bleeds. She has 2 kids, myself and my little sister. So she said by the time she had my little sister, her period had gotten better. So what we are always told as girls is the minute you have a child, it will get better because your womb will open up, your uterus will open up. You still all those things they will always say. So I was like, that's just who I am. It's normal for me. I never even thought something is abnormal because even my peers, some of them, they wouldn't have as heavy as I am. So I just thought it's genetics. It runs in the family. And long story short, let's go back to when I eventually found out. I was at work. I had very hectic abdominal pains. Now, I was not on my period at the time. So I didn't know what was up. I thought maybe I had an infection from the bathrooms at work or something like that. Luckily, I went to the doctor, which is a GP, My GP scans me, does a pap smear, finds nothing wrong, but he touches on my belly the same way. I link up that my sister picked up that I had a bulge. This is now 2022, October. No, it was actually before, because I had my surgery in October 2022. So it was a full year prior. So this is 2021. Now, my case wasn't taken as seriously because it was COVID time. So I got pushed up to the following year.
Operations and
I was not a priority. I was not going to die anytime soon. They did the whole health checks and whatnot. Pardon?
You can actually die from, if it's the wrong place. You can.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I guess from that time, they just thought I'm not as severe as other people. So eventually I got to go to the doctor. So I had what they call an open abdominal myonectomy. So basically they open you up. Yes, exactly. It's the same scar as a cesarean. In fact, in my ward, I was with other ladies who were pregos. It was a maternity ward that I was in, and mind you, I have never been pregnant in my life, and there I was already, even to this very day. Sometimes you have to explain, why do you have a section scar when you don't even have a child? Yeah, so it's one of those things. So mine, I needed to open up. There are some that are not as intrusive, where they the camera up your kernel, they pills, they kind of melt them in a way.
Okay.
No, I also had to. They had to insert the camera to check. I had 7 of them. There was 7 of them in total. Mostly were the size of a golf ball, but the biggest one was a grapefruit, because my doctor said it was literally the size of a newborn's baby's head. Okay. So that's why there was a bulge. You remember earlier on I said there was a bulge on my lower belly. Mm-hmm.
I want people to picture it.
Yeah.
6 golf balls and 1 grapefruit inside a human being, in your uterus, the place that.
And the entire time I was carrying that.
Already.
Absolutely. So that's why they needed to turn me up. So I couldn't take the medication to kind of dissolve it, for lack of a medical term. I need to come in and literally cut me open. I was in the hospital for 5 full days. Just for observation, and the healing process takes 6 weeks. So it's literally the same as giving birth. Fortunately, they were not cancers. Sorry, babes?
Yeah, I'm saying you give birth to 7 kids.
Now, a lot of people always wonder what fibroids. It's unknown. No one really knows what causes them. But the most scary thing or alarming thing I found out is that it is predominant amongst Black women during your reproductive ages. Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up, because I don't think a lot of people understand or know that it's the Black society.
It's mostly us Black people, Black women, yeah.
Everything that the fibroids, I don't know if it has anything to do with, the color of our skin. How would it have anything to do with that? But unfortunately, it is a fact. It is a medical fact that it is affecting Black women the most.
As well.
No, yeah, as well, but mostly Black women.
Majority is. So this is why panels like this, these discussions are so very much important, this awareness of these conversations, because there might be someone who, like me, who thought they're just gaining weight. Also, as much as foods don't really contribute, but they don't help. Because when I found out, I needed to really understand what is happening in my body. So I did some research as to what could be the cause, because you blame yourself. Maybe you didn't go to the doctor soon enough. What did I eat? And I've never been on any contraceptives at the time. I kind of was on a contraceptive because I had acne. So I was on the pill, which kind of helps balance the hormones. But later on, you find out that if you are on the pill, it kind of stops ovulation, right? And that's when you need your prostrogen. And yes, with fibroids, it's have too high of estrogen levels in you, and you need prostrogen rather to balance that out. Now, if they give you the pill, you are literally killing that hormone that you need to kind of balance off the estrogen, because progesterone and estrogen, they need to work together like a seesaw. They need to balance each other. So now if they give you the pill, I'm not against the pill by no means, but I'm just trying to the science between these two, and they do correlate with how fibroids are caused, and obesity as well is another one. So just for trying to find out what could be the causes, yes, I want to say Black people are usually big, but our diet, especially historically, it will be high in sugars, high in carbs, your breads. So if you eat all of that and without the...
Yeah, those things also contribute to cancer.
They do.
They do.
Yes, they
contribute to
do.
things. Not only just about our appearance and everything, they do contribute to things like cancer. And it's unfortunate. Sorry. Yes.
I wanted to ask, but I think you have already answered that question. But now there's something else. With this kind of diagnosis, is it something that can be diagnosed by a gynecologist, urogynecologist, fertility specialist, or gynecologic oncologist?
Oncologist.
Or is there any difference between those four?
Any gynae. Gynae, remember, specializes in women
reproductive, yeah.
Yes, I could be wrong. But the minute it becomes, there's a word that you mentioned.
Oncology, that's when it's cancerous.
That's when But any gynecologist can, even GPs, depending on, what's your, your specialty. But I know gynecologists are the ones that deal with anything that has to do with reproductive system, because it could be fertility, it could be...
But you know what, ladies, pardon me, and I'm the one who said this thing, we do not have, the disclaimer was, we are not any medical doctors, we don't know much about these things. And we had suggested that, please, if you know anybody, send it through. We can also discuss this topic, I don't know whenever. I
feel like we need to have a drive.
There are things that needs to be discussed, pertaining women. As much as it's women, and you must remember it's a mental month. So bear with that.
A man just had to put a man. The man just had to put a man into a. But I do agree with him. Look, we this topic is going to be involved in the other topic, because at the end of the day, it has to do with everything that our bodies are going through and everything that we haven't been told. So don't be surprised when the hormones or the periods are coming up in season 15. It will be part of every discussion, different things at different times. So at some point, yes, we will get medical experts, we will get professional people, we will get, all of this, so that you guys can ask your question. And believe me, even if you are on episode 20 and you decide to ask questions related to this episode, you're more than welcome, because at the end of the day, it's knowledge that we want you guys to walk away with. It's the awareness of the things that are happening within your body. So there's still a long way to go.
Yes.
I'd like to read a few comments from the people that are joining us. Baba Lomawela says, so excited about learning about endometriosis, such overlooked topic. It really is, babe. It really is. And it's so unfortunate that platforms like this are not available. They're not really available. You can't even go to a public clinic and ask to speak to a sister about this. So it's actually putting an idea in my head that we need to do, this can't just be ending here. We need to do a drive of some sort. The same way that there's a drive for breast cancer, the same way that there's a drive for Mohawk, men cancer, the same way that there is a post-rate, we need a drive regarding these things. So pop your ideas. Let's hear what you guys have to say. I see there's Noni, Gasol mate. Hi, Sissy. Welcome. To see you again. And let's see who else is here. Women must be happy, sir. Okay, I am going to jump to Nolly. Nolly will be our residential life coach. How to accept the bodies that we have, how to live with the bodies that we have. I think, if I'm not wrong, Nolly, that's basically where you'll be helping us, right?
Accurate, Tats. Accurate. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, babe. Please introduce yourself and your speciality.
Okay, I'm Noli Kwakumalo, a life coach, hypnotherapist. I'm also just a facilitator of conversations. So I find myself very, very to be invited in because I love talking. It's no secret. I'm also the author of Consent. Hello. It starts at hello. It just talks about how our bodies are wired for safety. So we know when something is amiss.
Okay. So he likes buttons.
The book basically talks about consent. So, but we don't take the consent conversation to the sexual content, but consent just to say yes to self-care, just to say yes to this is not feeling amiss, this is not feeling normal. I remember, like, PCOS for me is completely concept. I know my one cousin had heavy periods, and I think this is odd. But because I had a very short period, hardly had like curves or anything like that, I was called the boy child in the family.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow. Okay.
and for the biggest and the longest time, I actually stressed throughout that I wouldn't be able to have kids because my period wasn't normal. Because the normalized was then the heavy bleeding, the pain, and all of that stuff. And when he said something about being put into a maternity ward and you don't have kids, and we know that people with PCOS struggle to conceive. I can't imagine the mental torment of sitting in a room full of happy mommies and you are struggling with pains that are telling you that you can't really, your systems are not quite working correctly. And Ululu spoke about how it's normalized, that, oh no, it's normal, ufuzile. I hope everyone understands this, and things like that. And no, when you have your child, you'll get better. Don't share belts.
Soft head.
I
I was told throughout that no, that's what, and I'd be like, what does that mean?
And I mean, if I'm hearing on this side, if I'm hearing her, that's why her things are flowing and she's in pain. What did it say about me, who's not having any pain, who's just, it's like, that type of thing. So in a nutshell, I just want to say, after 40, and I love this conversation that you say the body said what. And for me, it's my mind that just started making so much sense of everything that I went through, everything that my sisters went through, my friends went through, and just said, it's okay. The only thing that we needed was the conversation so that we could help each other, kappa each other to clinics. I'm not very patient with waiting for results that perhaps me. Yes, I go to the clinic, but I'm like, do I have to go back and collect? They better send me an SMS if anything is wrong.
You get there, the results are not even there, or the abnormally, you need to wait another 6 months to get another date, and then it is.
But I'm just saying that for me, a handhold, a friend who says, hey, friend, have you gone back for your results, would make so much more of a difference. So, Tats, I'm really, really and happy with this platform and really wish you growth like beyond your imagination.
People like you on the platform and on board, we are going far. We are going to reach a lot of women because this conversation, as much as we can say 10 seasons, but it's still, we have a lot to unpack.
It's baby steps. Yeah, it's baby steps. But we are thankful nonetheless, and we really, really appreciate the work that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
That's me. I'll try and be short. Otherwise, I'll talk till tomorrow morning.
No. Believe me, we still have a lot that you're going to be joining us on, and hope to see you soon.
Okay, thank you, love. Lots of love, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
It's not a question posed to her, but it's a question that somebody has sent. like I asked this earlier on, but what's the difference between a gynecologist, fertility specialist, or reproductive endocrinolog, or the fourth one being gynecologic oncologist?
Guys, I didn't go to school. Can I just say they all belong in the same?
No,
Look, fertility.
Endocrine is kidneys.
Oh, okay. There's endocrine is kidneys. Okay.
That's my understanding. Let me just confirm.
And then the fertility one, for me, it's someone that deals with fertility issues, being able to conceive, right? And they deal with both men and women because the problem could be with either one of them. So it's not just for women, it's for both men and women, right? We have got a fact checker, so Mr. Shenanigans is going to take facts.
Gynecologist is general gynecologist is the primary care provider for women's reproductive health.
Okay, so productive, okay.
I'm not gonna dwell deep into
Yeah, just
off
the line.
brief, and then we can maybe somehow discuss them the other day. Gynecologic oncologist.
Lied about endocrine, sorry.
This oncologist is a super specialist who focuses entirely on diagnosing and treating cancers.
Yes, okay.
Of the female reproductive system,
Mm-hmm.
such as ovarian, cervical, uterine, and vaginal cancer.
Okay, yeah, okay.
A fertility specialist, also known as reproductive endocrinologist. This doctor has completed additional years of training in human reproduction and hormones.
Okay, so that's the person we need to see about the hormones.
I don't know. I think
Clearly. Look, for me, it's... Sorry.
And urogynecologist is the bridge between gynecology and urology.
Oh.
They specialize in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery, focusing on conditions that affect the muscles, ligaments, and nerves supporting the bladder, uterus, and bowel.
Okay. That's interesting. Now we know the difference between
Oh,
all of them. So that's it. And I think I already know one or two that I need to go see, according to your research. So thank you so much, sir, for that. As we said, they have our own questions. So here's a question. What remedies are people using out there to deal with the pain, I know there's some social media clips about drinking certain teas that will help shrink the fibroids or shrink the cysts or help with, the heavy bleeding, the cramps. I know for one that drinking a lot of ginger tea helps with blood clots and the cramps. So instead of having those large chunks of...
Yes, can I ask a question?
Yes.
I know as we Google, we have Dr. Google.
Yes.
I believe that sometimes it's not necessary, but I think the best way to deal with things is to go to a doctor, specialist, or whatever. In that way, it eliminates certain things. Because right now you are busy doing home remedies. What then happens if whatever you are undergoing becomes bigger than what meets the eye?
But for me, home remedies are, and obviously don't take hormone remedies unless you know what you have. Because you can't, if you go to Google and say, I'm having a heavy bleed, Google will tell you you're dying and this is home remedy for dying. Please use home remedy and also check with your doctor. I had with my doctor about the ginger and it soothes even your nausea, those who are suffering from nausea and all of that. You need to get checked out first. Then you'll be told what to take or prescribed what to take. Then you can ask about all these different home remedies. Because home remedies it doesn't have to be something that you drink. It can be putting a hot water bottle on your abdomen, when you're having cramps. It could be as easy as rubbing castor oil on your tummy and then wrapping yourself up with a towel when you sleep. It helps because your body absorbs the castor oil. So there are a lot of, it doesn't have to be something that you consume, but it could be as easy as taking a bath, using lavender and all of that. So please do not take home remedies. Sorry.
Can I just jump in and I'm gonna be my disclaimer will be I am terrified of doctors. So that's why even earlier I asked for a handhold. If ever I need to go to a doctor, I'll go for the checkup and then I wait for the SMS for the results. If there's no SMS, even my gynae says, no, don't worry. If there's anything bad, I'll SMS you. Like she knows me. But if it's nothing to report, you don't have to come back because she knows me. So I'm a fan of taking care of ourselves in the kitchen. Having your beetroot, having your beef, having your legumes, eating well-rounded diet. We live in a time where we rush to takeouts. We are on diet medication. We are, and all of these things, especially diet medication, it interferes with the absorption of your body's ability to absorb nutrients. So already you are hindering a certain part of your body's meant to function.
And you know what's the saddest part is that if someone advertises something if someone advertises something for your, I think we're running out of time, but there we go. No. So someone can post something regarding diet, how to lose weight within a week, how to do, all of that. And people will rush to that. But people do not have the same agency when it comes to helping. Instead, we all want to look good, but how do you look good when you have a tummy full of fibroids? Or at the end of when it comes to your cycle, you are one of those who can't even function, can't even go to work. But your body looks like, it's from Turkey. Can we normalize taking care of the inside first before we go on how it looks or the outside? Let's start with the inside. Take care of yourself. Get regular checked out. Get, know what your body is doing because it changes every single time. It changes every single time, and every single time it changes, it will scream at you. Please do not ignore it and just don't go with the flow. Go see a doctor, go see a gynae, whatever it is, but get yourself checked out. The weight loss and whatever, they'll come later. Because we even go and buy these expensive things for weight loss and they don't work. And the reason why they do not work is because our bodies are through something inside. So imagine having all of those 7 cysts and I'm trying to lose body fat. My tummy will still be looking like I'm pregnant. Because I'm not paying attention to what's happening inside. Instead, I'm paying attention to how I want people to see me. It starts from the inside. It starts from the inside. Look in the inside, fix what's in the inside. Then your body will relax and allow you to do this weight loss thing that you want. But until you do that, your body is not, that muffin top is not going anywhere. Believe me, we are glowing with our own muffin tops. Because we have things that we are glowing with our own muffin tops. Believe me, it's not
just our tires.
And those tires are not going anywhere. Those tires are not going anywhere.
We've got 2 beautiful people that, you're like, okay, that's the result. You all more.
Yes, I carry my pouch with because I'm like, I brought 2 human beings, a 23-year-old and a 16-year-old. This body, this body has been through a lot. So what am I going, besides, at this age, what am I going to do with a Hollywood body? What am I trying to achieve? But anyway, that's me. That's a topic for another day.
There's a number of things that are illegal.
So I'm going to share just a few home remedies that I know they have been proven. They can help some of you ladies out there. So ginger tea for cramps, it's as effective as ibuprofen. And I know a lot of us women, there's that Nurofen for periods, that helps a lot. So try ginger tea and see how that works, because also pumping your body full of these medication, sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes it's actually makes things worse. So some you're having cramps, try ginger tea and try making it from scratch with the ginger root, or even chew just a chunk of a ginger root, chew it, drink water after that and see how it feels. And another one is a spearmint tea for PCOS. It reduces adrenogens, facial hair and acne. Okay, I didn't know about that. So if you're like me suffering from adult acne that has to do with hormones, try spearmint tea. Magnesium for cramps and moods. I know that for a fact because I take magnesium every night. I get my full hour sleep and it has helped with my moods. So magnesium also for your sleep and your moods. And evening primrose oil for PMS, also for breast tenderness, for moods, for fluid retention, because that's also another thing that we suffer from, where suddenly out of the blue, your feet are swollen, your tummy is swollen, everything, your face is puffy, is because our bodies are retaining water. So primrose, evening primrose oil, I know you can get it at Clicks, Discount, everywhere. Try taking some of that and see how that works. And Vitex, it's castor berry. It's for cycles and heavy bleeding. This one, it's new. I haven't tried it. Those who have tried it, hopefully you can share your information. You can share how it treated you and, if it did make any difference. And then that seed cycling, castor oil pads, and anti-inflammatory diet. I can vouch on castor oil pads. Although I don't use the pads, I just buy yourself a cold press organic castor oil. Clicks has got, Discount has got, and then you rub it on your belly after a shower or bath. You rub it on your belly and you put a towel around yourself and then you sleep. Believe me, in the morning. Some people actually dip cotton wool inside castor oil and then put it in their belly buttons. It helps. So yeah. So those who have some remedies to share with us, please do. We'd really love to.
Would cannabis oil help? Asking for a friend.
Tell that friend that it helps because it helps with the pain. I know it helps a lot with arthritis and everything, joint pains and everything. So rubbing it in gets absorbed. I'm not saying drink it, rub it onto your skin. It will get absorbed into your skin and it will help with the cramps. Yeah, even if you drink it, it's still safe, but obviously we're not encouraging that part. We're encouraging you to rub it on you and wear something warm. Remember, cold makes things worse. Warm is effective and it helps with the cramps.
This also helped evening primrose oil. I don't know if you guys know it. If you do, please share some.
It's on the, yes, I've got it on the thingy.
Oh.
Yes, it's one of the,
sorry.
for PMS. For
My
PMS.
bad.
They actually come in capsules. You find them in these big gel capsules that you can just swallow. But I don't know if it does come in an oil form where you can rub it on yourself. I'm not sure. But yeah.
I just got another question.
Okay, come. I love
It's
questions.
not posed on the chat, but how about sitting over a bowl of warm water with red onion?
Okay, that.
Like I said, once
Yes.
again, the disclaimer. We're not medical experts.
I grew up on that, where my mom, every time I have cramps, my mom will, a bucket, hot boiling water, cut up some onion, and then you sit on there. And I think the new version now, it's called yoni steaming. People are using some herbs with the bowl to steam on it. Now, these things are not medically verified. We don't know if it worked. For me, it worked as I was a child. It worked. It cleared the clots and, the pain was better. But I know medically we were told that we're burning our hoo-has, things like that. So that's something I grew up on. Noli, I'm not sure if you know about this.
Yes, I do know. I would actually fake sitting on these buckets because the rest of the household would sit. So it was like, why aren't I sitting on these things? So yeah, but
I think it's very uncomfortable because you don't even know how to sit, and then the next day you've got, some boiling.
It should be
more the relaxant. Yeah, it's more the relaxing, like the water bottle on the table.
if it's boiling. Hey,
Hey, my mom used
No,
to make
I'm
me sit on
wondering.
boiling one.
no, I don't think it's supposed to be the boiler.
You need therapy, my babe. No, I'm joking.
No, but I used to sit on
Traumatizing
it and
diabetes.
it will help. Look, hey, it's again, the body said what? Things we were never told, you know. Do you about popo pain?
What?
Pupil pain, yes. Yeah,
Yes,
I've heard of it.
yeah, sir does not know anything. So, sir, popo pain, it's the
Oh,
most.
pupil pain.
Yes, so
Hey, man, say the.
popo pain.
Yeah, it's a pupil.
But what that pain? Where is that pain coming from, guys? Because when that thing hits, I lose myself because I don't know how to control it. Where is that pain coming from? Noli, do you have an idea? Because I know men also have it.
I've only recently experienced it. Yeah, with body changes, and I think it's like it's somewhere in the middle there. I don't know whether it's in the rectum or it's in the vaginal
Whether it's
canal.
in the rectum or the front or somewhere in the middle, and the only way I can it the toilet, then it gets. So, have you ever had? That is very suspicious. That is very, very, very much suspicious. But anyway, we shall move on swiftly. So, should we do myth busting? 1 or 2?
Yeah, I think we can.
So, the myth: period pain is normal. And when do we start getting concerned? At what point do? Oh, sorry. Someone has just sent us a remedy. Hot water with slices of lemon also help. Oh,
Slices
that's
of onion, not lemon.
slices of onion. Okay, that
You need to
is.
get glasses.
Yeah, no, I need to go get glasses. Also, nature provides everything that we need to be proactive. That's very, very true. Yeah, that's very, and again with the cannabis. Yeah, no, I think cannabis features in every topic somehow.
How effective is it?
Yes.
Walking.
I used to make us run up and down the stairs. So if you have not necessarily run, but a brisk walk, because that movement, then we'll always say, imagine if you sing milkshake up through a straw and you get a clog, you tap it against the glass and it moves quicker. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what you say. So I think it was very helpful to keep us off medications and things like that. And someone, like I say, the community that helps you along. I think for girls that really needed it, it helped that someone would step out with you and just say, okay, do this quick walk up and down and then let's get back to class. So more than anything, I advocate for support. All other solutions are available, but let's support each other and talk and help the younger women that are coming after us to not fall victims to all of these scams that we are busy with.
Yeah, that's actually very true because, I mean, how we survived our 20s and 30s without all these knowledge and without social media, because some of these things we take from social media are like, it's a mystery, really, how we survived. But I guess we were resilient. But I want to change the narrative that, you don't have to walk this path alone. If you have a child, a niece, neighbor, whatever it is, be that information that they need, at school, everywhere, workplace, wherever. There's these things embarrassing about periods, guys. There's nothing, it's a natural thing. There's nothing embarrassing about it. And it needs to be a normal conversation. Normal conversation. Yes, you can't obviously go up to a stranger and talk about periods, but we need to normalize sharing information. We need to normalize taking care of ourselves. And men also need to normalize knowing these things. There's no no. Fact is, you with a woman, you're married to her, or you've got kids. You need to be aware of what's happening, because at the end of the day, when we start having our mood swings and everything, it's like we're acting, we are performing, or we're moody, or whatever. But you don't give yourself the time to understand what's happening with me. You don't just give yourself the time to understand what's happening around me. So you need to include up.
I think with what you're saying, it's more or less with, I need to understand you as a woman.
Need to understand
and
myself.
you as a woman, you must understand me as a man. Because if there isn't any understanding in between us, the more problems we're going to encounter.
Yes. And all that understanding is what? Communication. Definitely. I need to communicate and say, baby, this is what's happening with me right now. I've been feeling myself for whatever time and whatever it is. And, then you and baby go to the doctor explains what's happening or does research and everything. But at the end of the day, I came up to you and said, I'm not feeling okay. And you need to open up and, understand, and then go through with this with me so that, we are what's happening. And we walk this journey together, because also men also go through their own things that we as women, we need to understand. So unless we are willing to open up conversation, we're willing to sit down and talk about these things, we are just creating a cycle of either toxic relationships and, inconsistency in communication, we're just not creating an environment that shows our kids. Because at the end of the day, all of this, as much as we're talking about ourselves, at the end of the day, I am getting knowledge from you guys in order for me to teach my kids. And I'd like to believe that everyone else is also getting the knowledge and saying, okay, this I'm going to teach to my daughter, or I'm going to teach to my son, because boy kids also need to know these things, so they don't grow up thinking, no, that's just a woman's sickness. It has nothing to do with me. We need to change the narrative. Yeah, part of the community. So, we've gone a little bit over, but no transmission. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, Lulu and Slee. Yes, I'd like to thank Lulu and Slee. You guys didn't have to share your stories publicly with the public, but I know it took a lot for you guys to, come and share, be vulnerable with us, open up your lives, to the public. And I admire you both for that. I love you so much both for that. You've given women hope, because there's women out there who, chances are right now they're thinking, I need to go see my doctor, or I need to go to the clinic tomorrow to get this attended to. So for that, thank you so much, my beautiful queens. I love you to the moon and back. And hopefully this is not the last time we're having you guys here. You will be joining us every single week. And Nolly, my baby, says thank you so for giving us the time, allowing yourself to be part of this table. And I can't wait to hear more about your book. And for everyone, I will be putting the link to Nolly's book on our bio. So those who want to get in touch with her, acquire her services and everything, I will put a post tomorrow regarding everything that this amazing woman is doing. I love it when women come together. And
she already launched the book?
Yes, the book was. When was the book launched?
And where do we find it?
It was in February, end of February.
Yes. Can you please give more information as to where we purchase your book?
You message me, and then I send it via Pudo thus far.
So I'll put your details on our bio so that people can get in touch with you and be able to get the book. You guys need that book. But we're still gonna dive into the book deeper and deeper as the episode goes, because you are going to be part of our panel, right?
Is it gonna make it to the waves of Netflix? Like Jonas?
It's a self-help book, but I think Jonas needs that book. Jonas needs that book, guys.
Jonas is a victim, guys.
What? Jonas is a victim of what?
You want to take me into another chapter. He carried.
No, there is a part that Jonas actually coming. There's a part that Jonas coming. I to that part properly. You are going to be on that panel. Yeah, Jonas.
His daughter's speech at the funeral summarizes everything that Jonas was.
Actually, I haven't gotten to the end because I got pissed off at episode 19 and Ngangala. I got pissed off and then I stopped. So I need to finish. So don't spoil it for me. Let me wait until I get to 22. Chances are this weekend, and then we shall visit this talk again.
But yeah, thank you so much, Tats. Thank you. I mean, I've learned a lot about PCOS today. As I said, I've always just watched people going through a lot, and I thought I also would like to go through that because I'd like to be more women, and to now learn today that, listen, that's actually a nightmare.
It is a nightmare, Hein. It is a excruciating nightmare that a lot of women is nice to this. But we will dive in deeper because we will get a medical expert that will come and explain all of these things. But I wanted people to just have the conversation around it and understand what's going on. Right? So thank you so much for everyone that joined us today. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your love, your hearts, the shares, the response. We really, really like it. And we shall see you.
Oh, no.
Okay.
And to every woman watching, your body has been trying to protect you. That pain, that irregularity, that fatigue, that mood, it's not a drama. It's not a weakness. It's not misinformation. And you deserve to see that. Do that for yourself. Do yourself that favor.
Listening. I hope women are listening to this man preach. Listen to this man preach.
And to the men watching. Tonight you heard women. You heard from women who lived through things. We dismissed them. They were minimized. We ignored them. Let's be there for them. Let's give that ear, let's give that comfort, let's be the shoulders for them to cry on. After all, it's our duty to protect them. It's our duty to care for them. So let's do what's right.
You heard it from the sir in the room, the man with, all the man's point of view. So if you don't listen to a man, I don't know who you're going to listen to. So, until next week.
One for the body, two for the mind, three for the truth. They tried to hide. Stretch marks, stars, soft, strong skin. We don't shrink down, we let it in. Talk that talk, let it roll. Body got body.